Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friend, my name is Muhammad Iqbal Fauzan and I'm from the group 3 of Sociolinguistics. Well, in the second part, we will learn about lexical borrowing and attitude towards card switching and card mixing. So, let's attention. Okay, the first point is lexical borrowing. Have you ever seen or have you ever read before article about lexical borrowing, or have you ever studied before about the topic? Have you? Well, first I will explain it. In linguistics, borrowing, also known as lexical borrowings, and is a process by which a word from another language is adapted to use in another language. The word that is borrowed is called a borrowing, a borrowed word, or loan word. Lexical borrowing involves the transfer of lexical material from the source language into the received language. And in addition, borrowing are influenced by the foreign language. The influence of foreign language can be in the form of word structure, sentence, phonemic, the structure, or spelling. And according to Dalton 2012, lexical borrowing is adoption of individual words or even large set of vocabulary items from another language to another language or to another dialect. So simply, lexical borrowing is a process of adapting the word from a donor language to the receiver language. Well, borrowing word in sociolinguistics is a phenomenon which occurs in society with mixing up a different language, which involve mixing the language system themselves. In this part, an item is borrowed from another language into the part of other language. And then the big question is appearing in this case, why lexical borrowing is part of sociolinguistics. As I told before, not only doing card switching or card mixing when we are speaking with other. In that case, we are make interaction or we are doing that interaction in society. And yeah, in speaking, of course, there appear two persons. They doing interact or they are just speak to another. It means that they are doing society. So sociolinguistics in this part of lexical borrowing, or lexical borrowing is a part of sociolinguistics. Sorry. The question is appear, why borrowing can be happen and why borrowing can be appear? Well, borrowing is a result of lack vocabulary, and it involves borrowing single word, mainly nouns. Well, take a look at that examples. When speaking second language, people will often use a term from their first language because they don't know the appropriate word in their second language. So they also may borrow words from another language to describe or to express something concept or to describe something object to make it easier in doing communication. So why that happened? So the first is lack of vocabularies and to find appropriate words when we are using or when we are speaking in the second language. So there are the possible why that borrowing can be happened. So that's it. Well, the next is lexical borrowing have several types. So in this video, I will explain you each types and we will discuss together. My friend, there are several types of lexical borrowing and divided into 5 types, and let us discuss and let me explain one by one. Well, the first type is borrowing. Loan word is also borrowed words. Borrowing words from other language is one of the most common process of forming and adding new words. The term borrowing describes a process in which one language replicates linguistic features from another language. So, yeah, it depends on how the speaker adopting elements from another language into their received language. So, the example I've put on the PowerPoint, like the word hamburger is the origin word from Germany, and then the word piano is the origin language from Italy. And yeah, for instance, English and Arabic are the language that have cultural borrowing in Indonesia. So We have so many borrowing words in our bahasa, in our language, especially in Indonesia, from English such as internet or photo, and yeah, so many words we are borrowed from English. And then we are common or we have borrowed words from Arabic too, such as the word salat, the word Islam, then the word masjid. We are borrowing words from Arabic that we are common to say that words in our daily life, like come on, let's pray to masjid, come on, let's doing a salat. Because salat, masjid, Muslim, we don't have an origin words in our dictionary, but yeah, that's true. Those words are borrowed from Arabic language. But in English, so many like the word internet, like the word voucher, and so on. And then, yeah, the last is dialect borrowing. Sometimes borrowing word can come from within the same speech area, such as English, British, and American, such as the word soccer, and then cookies, movies, or so on. Yeah, sometimes we can use easily or we can split use to use whether British vocabulary or American vocabulary while we are speaking. So yeah, we can borrow from another language. So these are again, that is a common phenomenon in our society, to use or to borrow language from another language. You got a point? Okay. The second type is loanword. The basic characteristic of loanword can be seen from how the phonologically, morphologically, and syntactically can be united into the borrowing language. So how does component can be combined, and yeah, it can be considered as one former. How does three component combine and it's make one combinations? So again, here I give you example from bahasa again, like the word lobby. Lobby is the origin word from English, but people in Indonesia come and say lobby to refers lobby hotel. Yeah, lobby hotel. Okay, lobby hotel, of course. Lobby is the origin word from from English, but in that case we are borrowing that word. It's called loan word. We borrowing a word. So another example is voucher. Voucher is the real or original language from English, but in Indonesia we are coming to say voucher to refers like voucher belanja, voucher undian, another one, and so on. We are borrowing word from other language. Get a point? Okay. Next is loan blends. Yeah. Loan blend is also called as loan coinage, the form through combining the word of original language and a word of the base language. So from its statement, loan blend is a type of borrowing in which one part of word is borrowed from second language and the other one we use a first language or our native language. So here I took again in bahasa, like the word like the word trade center or business center. Business center formed two words. The first one is from English, the word center, and the second one is the word business. So they are combined together, one from English and one from bahasa, to create one meaning, like pusat business. So yeah, that's it. You got the point? I hope this explanation is easy to you guys. Okay, the next is loan shift. Okay, loan shift refers to words which are formed by borrowing only the meaning found in the word of the foreign resources. So this, unlike loan words and loan blends, in loan shift only the meaning are borrowed, while the forms are replaced by the ones found in the language. So, well, the example, in the other word is completely process substitution for foreign morphemic elements of borrow word for this transfer of meaning. So this example, we have in bahasa again, like the word artwork. Artwork. Yeah, artwork mean pekerjaan seni. So we took that meaning artwork and we come in to say artwork to express pertunjukan seni atau sebuah seni. And another common word is like showroom. Yeah, in bahasa we can common use that word to express tempat untuk menunjukkan, like showroom motor, showroom mobil, atau showroom pertunjukan yang lainnya. So we are borrow that word as a meaning. And then another example again, like the word kitchen set. Yeah, we common say kitchen set rather than interior dapur atau aksesoris dapur. It's too long, but by sewing or by express kitchen set, it make easier, and it is common to use in our language to express that word, like kitchen set. I will buy that kitchen set. Aku mau kitchen set itu. So that's it. Okay, you get a point? Okay. Well, attitude to card switching, here we will discuss 4 points and I will make it easier and quickly. Okay, the first one is language attitude. Well, my friend, language attitude is an attitude toward language and the speaker of that language. According to Garrett et al., language attitude has 3 components such as cognitive, affective, and behavior. The first one is cognitive aspect is from truth thought both by the individual and group efforts resulted from the stereotype toward language and its speaker. And then the second is affective aspect is related with what one feels in accordance with the language, while behavior aspect is seen more on how people consciously or unconsciously behave toward a language. So these 3 aspects are not formed without reason. There are many factors forming language attitude of someone or a group. So that's language attitude is attitude toward language, how we are expressed or how we are use the language in our society. Each group, each individual maybe have a different language attitude. It can cause from their society, from their behavior, from their culture. So it's so many aspects or so many factors that affect language attitude towards someone or a group. Well, here is a brief explanation of the attitude of card switching and card mixing. According to Lunan Ratio 2005, claims their attitude toward card switching and card mixing as the extent to which individuals perceive them to be a desirable practice. Studies have revealed that attitude towards this communicative behavior can be formed by factors that are either community-specific, such as the language status and the appropriateness. For example, some people accept card switching or card mixing as a natural phenomenon that occurs in any scheme of bilinguality. So card switching or card mixing is accepted as a style of communication and is regarded as a common speech behavior among speakers. And then the use of card switching or card mixing is regarded neither better nor worse than a single code. So we have considered that code switching and code mixing is just like a common phenomenon. We can use it every day. Depend on who we are speaking or depend on who we are doing interaction. So we have to know the context first before doing code switching or code mixing. As my friend told in the first section, code switching and code mixing is just another variety of doing communication. So there is a simple way and there is a reality. And then here there are positive and negative attitude of card switching and card mixing. So The first is positive attitude toward code switching, okay, or code mixings, like to communicative strategy and research from effective communications and then social group reinforcements and social prestige vouched by the values of the language. So simply, the positive attitude of card switching or card mixing is the first is to make easier of doing communications and then to do a communicative strategy and then to make some social group reinforcement or social prestige. So what about a negative attitude of card switching and card mixing, guys? Okay. Meanwhile, negative attitude towards card switching or card mixing are associated with bad manners, language pollution, and linguistic incompetence. Meanwhile, card switching and card mixing have so many functions to make easier communicative or to make variety or other. But again, these phenomena of card switching and card mixing also have a negative attitude such as bad manner, language pollution, and linguistic incompetence. I think that's all from my explanation. I'm sorry if this video on my part is too long because we are here study together. I'm sorry if my explanation so many errors and I'm sorry. Again, thank you for your nice attention. I'm Iqbal. We continue our discussion in WhatsApp groups. Bila taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.